So you guys are in for a treat because we have not one, not two, but 3 upcoming traders from my Inner Circle program. They're all now mentoring other traders. And this is what I love. We have a very much a pay it forward type community where the millionaires are teaching, the 6-figure traders, the 6-figure traders are teaching the new traders, and everyone's rising faster as a result. So in this video, we have Strati, Omer, and Rocky, 3 amazing guys. We're here in Vegas for the Vegas Inner Circle. We have like 40 students coming in the next few hours. It's a crazy few days. As you'll hear in this video, Omer just hit a big milestone. So please click the link below, check him out, and also leave a comment below. Congratulate him on this big milestone. I'm not going to say what the milestone is. You're going to have to watch it, but it's a very big milestone and he's worked his butt off. Strati is not yet at that milestone, but he's closing in on it, and I have no doubt he'll do it soon. Rocky actually just got started. In the past few years, he had a job. He quit his job to focus on trading, but already he's up roughly like $300,000 and he's on the right track. So throughout this video, really pay attention to their mindset, what they prioritize, how they treat milestones, how they talk about trading. This is the key, okay? Getting on the right track, having the right perspective, having the right habits day after day. So watch this video, take notes, and congratulate especially Omer in the comments below. Here with Strati, Omer, Rocky. How are you guys doing?
Good.
Fantastic. Life is good.
You loving this market?
Yeah, a lot of opportunity.
Literally driving here, just like we had like a 15-minute drive. We got this Inner Circle house nearby. Driving here, we missed a play, BTOG. What happened?
I was at the house. We were having a good time, and Tim was like, "We're going to the studio. We're all gonna hang out." And then sold my shares at the dead bottom, and I missed out on like $25,000.
Poor baby. Can they put a little crying emoji in the chat? Poor baby. Poor almost millionaire. You're still up what? 3,000 on the day?
Yep, 3,000 on the day. So can't be mad about it, but can
Were
be
you in the
frustrating.
trade too, Rocky?
No, I didn't take BTOG. I took some more illiquid setups, but I felt like they were still good opportunities.
Okay, fair enough. And were you in the play?
I wasn't in BTOG. I wanted it, but I missed the 50 swipe, so.
There's so many plays. The point that I'm making is that, okay, sometimes you're going to be in the car on the way to the studio. Sometimes you're going to be, getting a haircut. Sometimes you're going to be there. There's always another play. In fact, Rocky was asking me in the car ride over, and he's like, what should you tell your younger self? I told him, and I'll tell you guys, there's always going to be another play. So I want you to capitalize when you can, but then also go out and live. Do you agree with that?
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah,
You just started. Tell them your story because they don't really know you yet.
Yeah, so I started in 2021, and I was just bouncing back between a couple of just jobs. Did an engineering job, did obviously trading as well, and then I did real estate. And it was just, I felt like I really fell in love with trading. So I knew I just had to cut bait with other things just to have that focus, because I really believe in trading, you have to make a commitment to yourself, and you have to be committed to just being excellent in order to really get these extraordinary results, such as the Jack Kellogg's or the David Hanlon. So this year in particular, I really want to dive in and go all in on myself and just see how good I can really get at the game.
And how have you done in the past year since you went all in on yourself?
Up 175 so far this year.
Say the full number.
175,000.
That's amazing. Everyone give him a round of applause. Why do all traders say this? They literally, every single trader, like even if you make $1 million, people are like, oh, I made 1. It's like million. I get it. You have to stay humble. This is what these guys do. But I love that. 175,000 so far. And now what? You're at 300,000 total, roughly?
Yep.
That's a good start, okay? But you bet on yourself. You see what it takes. I'm excited to see what you do the rest of the year, 2026, 2027, 2028, 2029, you're going to be a freaking superstar. You realize that, right?
Yes, sir.
But you got to stay disciplined. I see you getting cocky.
No, I'm not cocky.
I know.
It's just me.
It was a test. It was a test. You can't get cocky. Strati is bitching and moaning about missing some trades, but how much are you up on the year?
On the year, about $400,000.
Good job. Round of applause, everybody. Yeah!
But it could be a lot better. I don't think there's anything wrong with saying that.
No,
right?
no. Look, we can all do better. Okay, I'm still closing in on 100,000 on the year. I'm traveling. I'm missing trades. It happens. How are you doing this year?
I think it's like 385,000.
385,000 in profits.
Yep.
And what are your total profits now?
I crossed $1 million on last Friday.
Yeah! Let's go! Woo!
Let's get it.
How does it feel, buddy?
Feels good. It felt good. It was funny enough. It was BTOG after hours on Friday.
Same
We were
stock,
just talking
same
about
stock.
the ticker. Yeah. So
That's the beautiful thing. These stocks run again and again and again. So it's not like just one play. Like if you miss a play, you can get back in, right?
yeah, that's the beauty of a hot market. You know, you can really press it because you're going to get opportunities to make the money back. So.
Literally, they're just here for a little bit. I've got a lot of presentations for you guys. But just before we came on, Omer was like, can we leave? Like, I want to get back for Power Hour. And I was like, you're done here in like 20, 30 minutes. But
Yeah.
that's the dedication. Even though he crossed over $1 million, you know, what did you do? Did you even celebrate?
No, I was actually upset because I felt like last week I judged myself based on how hot the market is. So I felt like I could have made 6 figures that week, and I made, you know, less than half that. So I crossed it, and then I did my weekly review, and I caught myself feeling upset for like an hour, and then I was like, oh, well, I did just hit this milestone.
I mean, look, this is part of the game too. We can always do better, but you can never be perfect. Understand that, right? Like we all want to like go off, ride off into the sunset and like finish the week with like a perfect trade and be like, there's nothing I could have done more. But in a hot market, especially with so many choppy plays, it's going to be very rare for you to be perfect, for you to just be like, finish the day, finish the week, finish a milestone, like perfection.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, in a hot market, I was kind of break even on a lot of trades last week, and then I hit like 2-3 trades. I pyramided the correct size, and then I crossed the number.
Do we have the graphic? Do we put the graphic up? The graphic is there. Check out Omer's profit curve. How many years did it take you from start to right now to hit 7 figures?
So full-time trading, I've been in the markets for about 5 years, so since like 2020. Full-time trading, I went 2022.
Okay.
And that was after I met David when I was meeting
Yeah, David
him,
Hanlon.
So, yeah.
So David Hanlon, who we had on yesterday, some of you might not know, Omer was his moving guy.
Yeah.
Literally, he was moving, and what did you ask him? I wasn't there. Explain
I
the
asked him,
story.
I was moving a bunch of monitors, and he was like super clammy. He's like, make sure you take care of those. I'm like, hey, dude, like, what are these monitors for? He's like, oh, I'm a day trader.
Yeah, yeah.
And when I met him, he was only at like a couple $100,000 in profits.
Yeah.
And now he's like
8.8 million.
He just had a 7-figure trade yesterday. So it's pretty crazy to see. Like that was 4 years ago, 3 years ago. So like you mentioned, you're excited to see what Rocky can do in the next 3-4 years. So I always think about like David back then and David now, and I'm like, okay, I want to see us get there. So
He was all nervous about his monitors, and he only had made a few
he
$100,000.
was like super clammy. He's like, can you like put them in, you know, like, do you have pillows or like, can you? Like, I was like, dude, if you want, I'll hold them in the front seat for you, dude.
That's
So,
amazing, though.
Yeah.
But because of that encounter, you got more involved in trading. You took it seriously. Has it been inspiring to see what he's done and like Jack Kellogg and a lot of the other millionaires?
Yeah, and I think a cool thing about our story is like I met David, and then through David I met Jack, and then Strati, and then you.
Yeah.
And I don't think like me and Strati kind of had our breakout year together last year, trading together in a trading pod.
Yeah.
And I think it's super cool that like the inner circle is kind of emulating a trading pod because
100%.
I swear if I didn't meet any of these people, I don't think I'd be like 1/10 of the trader I am today. So
Well, I mean, literally, I had nobody. I was podless in the beginning.
that was crazy.
So I had to teach myself all these lessons. And
Yeah.
if you look at my trades, some people are like, Tim, like you're not following your own rules. Yeah, no shit. Like I am not an ideal trader. I had to teach myself. I didn't have any of these tools that you guys have. I didn't have the community.
Yeah.
You guys were frankly like raised the right way. So you have a foundation off which you can build.
yeah. Yeah, and I think that's a super underrated skill in trading, like networking.
Yeah.
Traders, like, they want to be like secluded little hermit crabs who just sit at their desk and click,
Yeah.
click, click. But like, if you can network and you can get to these events and you can talk to the right people, it's the highest ROI activity in trading of the last like 3 years. Like meeting Strati, Jack, you, and then meeting all the guys we met in Italy, like 8-9 figure traders. Those like 10, 15-minute conversations that you have over a drink, like, it's the highest ROI activity you can do. So I encourage traders out there, like, don't be one of those guys who are like, scared of like edge erosion and sharing ideas and tweeting and just being involved in the community, because I swear it's the highest ROI activity. So
this is the thing with trading. All it takes is one good idea, one new rule, one new way of looking at things. Like we're doing an inner circle here in the next few days. I'm really excited. We have 30, 40 students?
40 students.
Like all of the most dedicated students coming to Vegas. Everyone's going to be sharing tips, and I'm excited to go to the Sphere. Have you been to the Sphere yet?
No.
I've not.
So I'm taking everybody to the Sphere. I've been to the Sphere like 3 times, but I love it. So the Sphere is like this multi-billion-dollar project. It's a new way of looking at film. I'm sorry, it's not the Backstreet Boys. I know you requested the Backstreet Boys, but we're going to go see the movie. But it's all about seeing the world a little differently. And what Omer was saying, in Italy, we had some big traders. They don't want to be public because they're not just making $1 million or $2 million. They're literally making $10 million, $50 million, $100 million plus. And the conversations that you guys had, I mean, it was crazy. Like they're talking nonstop till like 1 a.m., 2 a.m. I think you guys even stayed up till like 3 in the morning one time, just like going over data. And that is the key to really breaking through to the next time. I'm sorry you weren't there, Rocky. Next time, but you're here now for the inner circle. And that's what I love about this, this community. And whether you've made millions, whether you're just starting, everyone is trying to share a little like something, and it's very much a pay it forward, community. Strati the other day did an 11-hour Zoom. Everyone give him a round of applause. An 11-hour Zoom. We gotta celebrate that dedication.
No.
yeah, dude. Let's go, baby.
Why make $1 million when you can just sit on Zoom for 11 hours? That's what I'm talking about.
It's not just about the money. We celebrate the milestones, but then we celebrate the dedication, because you might not be at $1 million yet, but you will be, because you have the right mindset, you have the right rules, you have a hot market. It's inevitable. I'm not worried about it. I give you crap, but like literally it's going to be a few days, maybe a few weeks away.
Yeah.
So it's going to be amazing. You'll be at $1 million too in a few weeks, a few months, maybe a few years. But every single one of you can do this too. I know half the people watching, probably, would you say half the people watching or 3/4 of the people watching think that this can't apply to them?
Probably
what do you
more
think?
than you think, yeah.
Right?
They don't believe it.
Yeah.
What made you believe it, Rocky?
My first $1,000 trade. And also just when I started, I reached out to Kyle Williams.
Yeah, another one of the millionaire students.
Yeah, I DM'd Kyle Williams, and then I would just watch his YouTube videos, and just seeing over time, like, yo, he has a process, and how organized and structured he was.
Yeah.
I knew that there was something behind this. So
So
it just gave me that confidence to just keep on going, keep meeting people, and be uncomfortable, and just like, just putting yourself out there, like kind of like what Omer was saying, just keep on networking, and don't be scared of just sharing your ideas, because you got to pay it forward.
I love Kyle. We were there in Mexico for his wedding and a Mexico inner circle. And I don't know if you know this, but Kyle, when he joined the challenge, he wrote like this whole thing of how he was going to be a millionaire. Like even when he was younger, I think, what was he, like 12 or 14? And it was like a little index card. And he's like, I promise I'm going to be a millionaire later. And like he actually did it. So he had the vision. He kept going, and now he's what? He's over 7 million, 7.5 million, another few million on crypto. I wish I believed in crypto as much as he did. I always was giving him crap. I wish I believed in anything other than, this community more than crypto. But what can you do? Are you guys doing crypto too?
No, but I should. I mean, you probably should, right?
Well, we're doing crypto stocks. So this is the thing. Even if you miss out on crypto, there's a lot of stocks that are getting into crypto. And guess what? The number one catalyst right now is when a small company announces, hey, we've raised 100 million, 200 million, 500 million to buy Bitcoin or Ethereum, or now, what was the play for Dogecoin?
Dogecoin Treasury
BTOG,
Bank.
yeah.
That BTOG is a Dogecoin treasury play. So they raised how much money?
A lot.
100 million?
It's
Yeah, it was
probably
100
zero. We
million.
don't even know the truth.
Well, they just
They
put out a
said
press
100
release.
million, I think, on the PR.
Well, we rate. Look.
Yeah.
Here's like $200. So it doesn't have to be real money, That's-
RZLV was 1 billion.
Yeah.
Why not raise $5 billion? It's just a press release. You just put a little disclaimer on the bottom. Oh, we want to do this, but hey, you never know. But that's the catalyst right now. And some people might say it's a joke. You might love crypto, you might hate crypto, but it's a catalyst. And whenever there's a catalyst in a hot market, that creates huge price swings. What was that one that we missed this morning? VLCN.
Yeah.
VLCN announced a crypto treasury, and the stock went from what? I think it was...
Went to 24, I think.
No, it touched 60.
Yeah, 58.
Oh, from 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
it literally doubled from 20 to 50 in like 1 minute.
Yep.
One
Yeah,
minute bar.
and I tweeted about that this morning because it was a pre-market runner. It's my own fault. I didn't wake up early enough today. I missed out on the 4, 5, 6 a.m. I usually give Strati crap for not waking up early enough. Today, we're in Vegas. This is just a tough time zone.
West Coast is tough.
It is. So we missed it. Rocky was up though. What did you do pre-market, Rocky?
Wi-Fi issues. Wi-Fi issues. Sometimes it happens.
He was knocking on my door at 2:30 in the morning. Can you fix the Wi-Fi?
Why didn't you answer him?
I'm like, go figure it out, man. You're a trader. Go unplug it and plug it back in.
How was
Go
I
do
going to
something.
You
figure out
just
where
needed
the
the
Ethernet?
password. Why didn't you give
No,
him
no,
the
I
He
needed
needed
an
an
Ethernet
Ethernet
cable.
cable,
I didn't
yeah.
know where an Ethernet cable was.
You have 300,000. Go buy one.
Dude, hey,
At 2 in the morning?
if you're trading at 2 a.m., man, the technical issues are on your own, man.
So,
that's-
Omer has issues. In Italy, we had some Wi-Fi issues. You guys used to mock me when I'm like, oh, I have my laptop all over the place. Like sometimes I have Wi-Fi issues. These guys are experiencing it. It's not easy. A lot of them just wish like, oh, traveling is nice, but I wish I was just like in my little, cave with like
Yep.
perfect Wi-Fi and a perfect setup, right?
I missed my desk so much when I was we were in Italy, Barcelona, like some of the most beautiful places in the world. And me and Strati are like, man, I just can't wait to trade at my desk. So it's so funny.
And then I got back and I went to Jack's house and my software went down there and I missed my $1 million trade at his house. This is ridiculous. The
SRFM?
SRFM, I
Yeah,
market
yeah.
order a bunch of shares. It freezes, it doesn't
Toss
go
went
through.
down. I
Oh, that
missed
was
that too.
Thinkorswim went down.
Thinkorswim went down, and then I logged back on 20 minutes later, and on Jack's screen, it was up $3 a share. So I'm like, if I got filled before the freeze, I got like 60 grand right now. No fill.
No, Phil. It happens. Look, we can complain about Wi-Fi. Sometimes you're in traffic, but the good news is, like I said, this is a hot market. It's not even going to be another few days until there's another play. Another great play, right? Like that's the beautiful thing. So we want you guys to get inspired, but we also want you guys to capitalize and realize that no one is nailing it. Like you were going for $1 million for several weeks and you had that milestone in your head and you didn't do it. What was the trade that pushed you over?
It was after hours BTOG. So what had happened was it was a crypto name. It's like Bitmine,
Yeah.
and I saw crypto breaking out from like 112 to like 115, and BTOG was just consolidating at 24.
Okay.
And I knew if it swiped 25, which is like a key psychological level,
Yeah.
we'd probably get a move up to like 40s, 50s. So I bought like 250,000 shares through 25,
Nice.
and I ended up selling it at 40
Beautiful.
cents, and that was a trade that did it.
Feels good,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. And then it ripped today.
You can always do better. I want you guys to understand this. Many of you want your first milestone. You want to make your $1,000, $10,000, $100,000. You think that you're set when you have $1 million. $1 million, FYI, after taxes, after inflation, it's not that much these days. It's a good milestone, but then you got to take it to the next level. Like, when you met David Hanlon, you said what? He was up like 400,000?
He was at a couple $100,000. He just had like a 50K month, and he was like ecstatic. And I was like, wow, 50 grand in a month?
How many years ago was this?
This was in beginning of 2021.
Okay,
end
so
of
4
2020.
years ago, he had a $50,000 month.
Yeah, and now
That's not
like
even that long
he
ago.
coughs and he loses 50 grand. And
He lost 70 grand the past 2 days.
yeah, and like he's
And
quiet.
he's fine with it.
We have a Discord with him,
Yeah.
and he's quiet all day. And then he just tweets out, just made 200 grand today, but I felt like I underperformed.
Crazy.
And like that's the mindset that it takes to get there. So like I know sometimes like I have conversations with people all the time and they're like, how does it feel? How does it feel? Honestly, like I'm more upset that I'm not trading and performing well.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to adopt the mindset of those guys who are doing 8-9 figures. Like you just kind of have to have that constant improvement.
Well, if you guys
improvement
remember
mindset.
our conversation with David yesterday, we did like a 15-minute conversation. I'll actually give you guys the video because it's so useful just to see. He's down roughly 70 grand the past 2 days, and he's like paper cuts, because then he made $1 million plus. So I know it's crazy. Some of you like losing 70 grand, that would you would end your life, right? But at the same time, because he's now made $8.7, $8.8 million, it's a small loss compared to the upside. And what he's done is he's scaled up. But if you remember, he also said in the beginning, you shouldn't scale up, you shouldn't size up, you should just learn to take small profits and consistency. Like, is that what you feel like? What's your biggest trade so far, Rocky?
25,000.
What happened?
S-bet.
Okay.
Yeah, it was one of those illiquid ones that turned into a ripper.
Oh, it's beautiful.
But you have a process,
Yeah,
so.
it's, yeah, no.
Yeah,
It's a third day surge pattern. What I like to look for is the dollar volume.
Okay.
See the dollar volume firm on the initial day, and then once I see structure form on that third day, or see volume start to come in during pre-market, depending on the situation, like to take size depending on what type of structure sets up.
Nice.
So in this particular setup, it gave high volume at open, took over the 5-minute consolidation, and then just let it ride.
Cool.
20,
So you're not just buying any illiquid play,
No,
like you said,
absolutely
that,
not.
right?
Yeah.
Most illiquid plays stink, like you don't have structure. This is what we're going to be going over for the Inner Circle. I know some of you guys are Inner Circle members already. Who's an Inner Circle member, or who wants to be an Inner Circle member? I think that's probably a better question. If you want to be an Inner Circle member, give a little, clapping sign, because these guys are going to be mentoring here in Vegas. We're going to keep doing these meetups. Strati does, 11-hour Zooms. Like, what did you really talk about for 11 hours on the Zoom? Were you just watching Love Island?
I was talking to myself and they just listened. I
Okay.
said, we do 4 Zoom calls a week that are like standard. We just work like what we did that day. Everyone chimes in. And I had like a 12K red day on Monday. And that was the day I was going to get back from vacation. Now I'm at my desk. Everything me and Omer dreamed about, and I blew it again. And
Yeah.
I said, you know what? Screw everybody. I'm doing a Zoom at 1 o'clock. I'm going to review every trade I've taken in the last 4 weeks. If you want to listen or not, I don't care. I'll be there. And I tell you, 20 guys showed up at 1 o'clock. And 2 left every hour, and I checked the clock, and it was 11 hours later, and I had 2 people left, and they made it through the end. But we went through.
Who are the 2 people? Give them a little
It
shout
was
out.
Carlos Herrera and David Staten.
Give them a round of applause. Where's the little
Some work
soundtrack?
ethic right there.
Soundtrack.
Yep.
Soundtrack applause.
It's a team.
Shout out to them. That's the work that people don't see, though. They think it's just like a cakewalk. Like, I've been struggling, so I could complain about it like I have been, or just get down and figure it out. So I pulled 6,000 trades from my career, and then the last 200. And it took me 10 hours to go through each one, take pictures, see what I was doing, review it, reverse engineer. It took forever.
What was the main lessons?
Don't trade liquid stocks. The only problem I run into is after that big green day, people always think they're gonna like break out or have a bounce, but a lot of the times these are just pump and dumps. So these companies use this crypto hype to push their stock and then sell shares, and then they
Never
just
comes
fade.
back.
They never come back.
Yeah.
And then once in a while they do, but the odds are that they will are very low. A lot of people get stuck holding the bag. They don't cut their losses, and they're praying for the next 3 days, like please go up. And I try to buy those bounces, but I'm just part of the problem. Like, they're not bouncing. Like, you got to trade this hot stocks.
If you remember a DVD I made about 14 years ago now, I have my framework, the 7-step framework. Number 7 is the long kiss goodnight, where it just keeps like going lower and lower, like the heartbeat of a dying man in a hospital. But I also have in one of the videos where I was like, we used early CGI, and this took like my video guy like 2 weeks to do, but there were like crows coming to peck. Do you remember this? In one of my DVDs, I had like these animated crows, and I was like, they're pecking me. And it just pecks away your account, because again, you're in a low odds setup, you're holding and hoping. And then the worst part is that sometimes it does come back, and then you're encouraged to hold and hope, but it's a low odds setup. Like, I think one of the best lessons that we learned in Italy from these 8 and 9 figure traders is that it's all about the odds, right? You want to size in on setups where you have the data that wins 60, 70, 80% of the time. You avoid or you take very small size in low odds setups where it wins 10, 20, 30% of the time. Do you agree with that?
Absolutely.
Why don't you do that more?
Like I said, I'm still learning myself. Like I'm dealing with, growing pains. Like, my trading psychology needs to get to the level of an 8-9 figure trader. And I think the one common trait I saw between the 8 and 9 figure guys is one of them told me he takes like 8 trades a month. And that's the one who he had the multi 7-figure win.
Yeah.
completely emotionless.
He's
like,
trading less.
He's trading less. And I looked at my data after that conversation, and my worst months are where I take like 70 to 80 trades. My best months are where I'm taking like 30 to 45-ish.
So
like,
it's quality over quantity.
So yeah, so it shows selectivity, and it was very eye-opening. So.
And this is the crazy thing about trading. It's not always about grinding, small gains adding up. Maybe in the beginning so that you get your footing and you know what you're good at. But over time, especially when you have a bigger account, you don't need to take all these little trades. Like if you look at Jack Kellogg now, like he makes fun of the trades that we take. He's like, I don't care about the $10,000 or $15,000. And we're like, we do, we like that, you know? But it's true when you reach a certain level. So it's all about trying to figure out what you're good at when you're at different levels. And most of you just need data. Like you said 6,000 trades?
6,000 trades, and then you learn patterns about yourself. Like all the losers have this in common. All the winners have this in common. So next time I see the losing thing, just don't trade it. And it might go up a little, but in the long run, it doesn't work. So just finding commonalities, I guess.
And it wastes time. How many trades have you done now, Rocky, roughly?
Probably like 2,500.
Okay, that's a lot
in
a few years. How many trades have you done?
I honestly don't know.
Whoa, bad data scientist!
I know.
Can we get a soundtrack that gives him a boo?
I know like my win rate and my profit factor, but like I know my win rate and profit factor, but I don't know like the exact amount of
Homework.
All right,
We're gonna do that. We're going over all this stuff in our presentations for Inner Circle people. But
big night tonight.
Yeah, it starts tonight. Some of you guys, Inner Circle members, we're excited to see you. Again, leave a little, do a little prayer sign in chat if you want to join the Inner Circle. We're choosing specific people because we have very limited time. If you're not completely serious, it's just a waste of time. Like the 8 and 9 figure traders in Italy, they took these guys under their wings because they showed their dedication. That's up to you now, okay? We have the 7, 8, 9 figure traders in our community, but are you dedicated? Are you worth their time? Because everyone wants to be wealthy, but most people, they're not going to track their data. They're not going to want to be learning from their data. They're not willing to put in the hard work and effort. Like, would you tune in to an 11-hour Zoom? Would you tune into his 11-hour Zoom?
I'll talk to him every day.
So that's almost like a Zoom too, right? But that's what this is about. It's about having pods, learning from traders who are crushing it at different levels, and then implementing those good habits into your own process. So congratulate these guys again. Give them...
Let's go, Omer.
Congrats to Omer.
But this is how it starts, and hopefully it's been inspiring, and hopefully it's been illuminating to you to show you the process, because they're not just celebrating the money that they made. They've all made 6 and now 7 figures, but at the same time, there's more to be done, and it's just one trade at a time, one data set at a time, one day at a time. And that's how you have to look at this. So even if you have $1,000 to your name, you think it's impossible to get to $1 million, it's not, okay? You think, oh, I have $10,000 to my name, making 7 or 8 figures is a pipe dream. It's not. That's the beauty of trading. You can grow your accounts exponentially, but you need to refine your process first. You're not going to grow your accounts exponentially or even very much at all if you don't have those boring daily habits down pat. So thank you guys for your time. Excited for the Inner Circle the next few days. Keep up the good work. I can't congratulate you yet. Good job, Rocky. Let's go! How awesome are these guys? They're so young, they're in their early 20s, and they're so wise. This is the beautiful thing about all my upcoming millionaire students. It's not just about the money for them, it's the process. And the process makes you humble, it makes you responsible. You really have to learn about yourself. You have to become very introspective. So maybe watch this video again. Learn from their mannerisms, learn from their mindset, learn from their perspective, learn from what they're doing every single day to push themselves forward. And it's a beautiful thing with my Inner Circle. You can contact my team if you want to get in there, but be ready to work, okay? Strati does like an 11-hour Zoom just going over his trades. Like, that's dedication, but that's what it takes. Reviewing your trades, reviewing different patterns, charts, being prepared, because most traders don't want to do this, so most traders don't succeed. Watch this video again, congratulate Omer in the comments, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, but most importantly, treat your process like it's paramount, like as if your future depended on it, because it does.